Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your Rangers Review News Bulletin for Tuesday, the 4th of March. Quite a bit of Rangers news floating around. Of course, the big news yesterday was the latest with regards to the takeover, with the agreement in principle and the due diligence now being carried out by the 49ers Enterprises. Today, we've heard from Philip Clement, who's broke his silence after being sacked as Rangers manager. Interestingly, someone actually commented on the morning briefing this morning, saying he was surprised that he hasn't heard from Philip Clement yet. And, he alludes to that in his statement. So he's released a statement on his social media channels, the Belgian, and this is what he had to say. He said, "Dear Rangers, it has taken me a few days to fully process and accept the end of my time with this exceptional club. I leave with a heavy heart, frustrated and disappointed that I couldn't consistently bring the team to the level we all expected. I understand your frustrations and I share them. We work passionately day and night, and while we face challenges, I will never forget the many great moments we had together. Your unwavering support and the energy from the fans made those times truly special. In those moments, it felt like we were one big family. For that reason, Rangers will always hold a special place in my heart. Thank you, Philippe." So, that is quite a classy message from Philippe Clement, it's fair to say. I can understand why he took a little while before breaking his silence. I'd imagine he'll feel slightly aggrieved, or maybe hugely aggrieved, that he was dismissed. But I think it was time. If anything, I think it was long overdue. Staying with Clement, and it looks like he's set to lose out on a new job almost instantly at Royal Antwerp to his own former assistant manager at Ibrox, Andries Uldrink. It was reportedly in Belgium that he was on a shortlist to take over at the Belgian top flight club to replace the sacked Jonas de Rooij. But it looks like Antwerp have opted for Uldrink instead of Philip Clement. So, very interesting stuff indeed. But, just on the message, I think it was a fitting message from Philip Clement there. It will be interesting to see where he ends up now. Of course, there was a bit of a clamour for him to take over the Belgian national team job from Domenico Tedesco when he was sacked, but they never went down that route. I would imagine he may go back to his homeland, one of the clubs there, where he knows that league like the back of his hand. Of course, he's won titles with two different clubs. Just didn't work at Rangers. Just wasn't suited to Scottish football. I don't think he got the intricacies of Scottish football and the demands at Rangers. But I certainly wish him all the best going forward. Other news, and going back to the takeover, Ali McCoist has had his say on that. I'll read you what he had to say on TalkSport. He was quizzed what he makes of it. He says, "Short answer to the question, whatever news is something Rangers fans have been waiting for years is yes. Rangers fans for a number of years have been looking, hoping and wishing for change, investment and proper leadership from the top of the club. I saw in the news yesterday that the deal has been agreed by all parties, but it's a bit of due diligence to be carried out. You would hope it would get over the line. The bottom line is Rangers need a complete change from top to bottom. In many ways, it's a little bit like Manchester United, and I take no pleasure at all in saying it. They need investment throughout the club. They need a change in outlook and direction. I was going to say they've become stagnant. They're actually going back the way, which clearly isn't ideal." And McCoist says he's not worried about Parag Marathi about owning Leeds United and a potential conflict of interest issues by taking over Rangers. He says, "I'm not disappointed at all because from the outside looking in, Leeds United look in a good place. That's why I'm judging it like that. They don't look as if they're just spending and going way over the top. I don't think Rangers necessarily need that. They just need reshaped, regrouped, a change of direction. It's not an overnight fix, but if you can have the same kind of change that Leeds have had, I'd settle for that." Leeds look like as if they're going back to the top flight with good organisation behind them. Good manager, good players. If we can get that at Rangers, I'll be delighted. So that is what Super Ali had to say on the takeover, which looks like it is nearing completion. I think well, the vast majority in agreement that it's something that Rangers do require. We cannot have seasons in the wilderness such as this season has been. Rangers need to be back challenging for honours, and let's hope that this is a positive move in a step in the right direction. And next season, Rangers can be looking at a much more fruitful campaign than what this season has been. All that's left to play for, of course, is the Europa League. Fenerbahce coming up on Thursday night. The first leg of that game, of course, over in Istanbul. And this is a bit of a strange one. Dominik Livakovic, who I've just popped his photo up on the screen there. There is Fenerbahce goalkeeper. He's been hit with a bizarre charge ahead of that game for digging up, but wait for it, a UNESCO heritage site in his homeland. So interesting stuff. He's been charged by prosecutors on the Croatian island of Kirk. Probably butchered that name, for digging up walls beside property he owns, because the area is classed as a UNESCO heritage site due to its Roman ruins. So Croatian authorities have ordered construction work to immediately halt, and the 30-year-old will have to return home late this year and contest the charges. He's a 62 times capped Croatian goalkeeper. He joined Fenerbahce 2 years ago on a £6 million deal from Dinamo Zagreb, and is Jose Mourinho's number one at the club. So certainly something that he wouldn't want to have hanging over him. Let's hope it weighs heavy on his mind on Thursday when Rangers head to Fenerbahce. But yes, as I touched on there, the season is these Europa League matches. If Rangers can somehow get the better of Mourinho and go deep in the competition, then absolutely great. But I do have my doubts, just given what we've witnessed of late, that Rangers can go and defeat Fenerbahce. And then, of course, if we go and do that, Roma or Athletic Bilbao lie in wait. So, yeah, the task ahead is going to be a difficult one. Just a heads up, Chris, of course, is flying out there this afternoon. So he'll be touching down in Istanbul around about midnight tonight. They are 3 hours ahead of UK time. I'm myself heading out tomorrow morning, first thing, looking forward to it. And I've been to Istanbul, so looking forward to the game. Last few trips I've been on have been enjoyable in Europe. Malmo and Nice certainly were thoroughly enjoyable. Old Trafford, I thought Rangers were, I thought they were going to nick it a draw at the end of the game. So unfortunate to lose that late Bruno Fernandes goal. But yes, Rangers in Europe. Let's hope we can see a Rangers Thursday night vintage performance. Keep the tie alive, as I've said many times before. Bring it back to Ibrox and then see what can happen. If you want to learn more about Fenerbahce, I spoke to Sever, who is a Turkish football journalist. He told us what we can expect. He told us about Jose Mourinho, what reception Red fans should expect. Told me also why Ryan Kent flopped at Fenerbahce, and what the fans can expect to find when they head over there. It'll be a red-hot atmosphere in the stadium, but it was interesting. He did say that the Fenerbahce fans will be very welcoming to the Rangers supporters who are heading over. Just a little over 2,000 making their way over to that game. Right, that'll do us there, folks. Thanks for tuning in as ever. Oh, just before I forget, just quick mention of our sponsor, S1 Jobs. If it's time to hand in your transfer request, then head over to s1jobs.com. Upload your CV today. With thousands of jobs across Glasgow, Edinburgh and the surrounding area, you'll find the one at S1 Jobs. So start your search today. Right, we'll speak to you later on. Bye for now.